Have you ever wondered why medical professionals often wear blue or green scrubs? The curiosity behind the color choice for these outfits is quite fascinating. Initially, doctors, especially surgeons, didn't sport any specialized work attire. They performed surgeries in their regular clothes, even with bare hands. This changed after the 1918 flu pandemic and the rise of the antiseptic theory, leading to the use of surgical masks, rubber gloves, and eventually, antiseptic drapes, gowns, and caps in the operating room. These garments were white, symbolizing cleanliness. But there was a downside to these white uniforms. They led to eye strain and headaches for the medical staff. Plus, cleaning them was a nightmare. Ever tried to wash blood out of something white? It's not a pleasant task. So the medical world needed a shift from the traditional white. But why blue and green? In the mid-20th century, hospitals began to switch from white linens to various shades of green. This shift wasn't just a random aesthetic choice or a whim of fashion, but a deeply considered decision rooted in practicality and science. Green and blue scrubs offered a host of benefits that made them the preferable choice. One of the most obvious advantages was their ease of maintenance. Picture this: you're trying to wash blood out of a white garment. Even with the most potent cleaning agents, you're left with a stubborn green-brown discoloration. And the more you scrub and bleach, the more you wear down the fabric, shortening the lifespan of the garment. On the flip side, green and blue scrubs, being darker, are more forgiving of such stains. Their color masks the discoloration, allowing the garments to retain their appearance for longer. This not only makes them more cost-effective, but also reduces the environmental impact of constantly discarding and replacing worn-out white scrubs. But the benefits of green and blue scrubs aren't just confined to the laundry room. They extend into the operating room as well. For surgeons and other medical professionals, performing procedures can be a visually taxing job, often leading to eye strain and headaches. This is where the choice of scrub color plays a crucial role. The human body, when opened up, is predominantly red and pink. Now, if you remember your elementary school art classes, you'll recall that green is opposite red on the color wheel. This means that green and blue, being complementary colors to red, provide a visual break for the eyes, reducing the strain. It's kind of like how your eyes feel refreshed when they shift from looking at a bright screen to a soothing green landscape. So, green and blue became the new norm for scrubs, offering practical and visual benefits that white simply couldn't match. But the question lingers: is there a deeper scientific reason for this preference? Let's delve into that in the next segment. Interestingly, there is a scientific explanation for the preference of green and blue in medical scrubs. It all comes down to the way our eyes perceive colors and how this impacts the work of medical professionals. You see, when we gaze at a color for an extended period, our eyes and brain adapt to compensate for this constant input. It's like when you stare at a bright light and then look away, you see an after image in the complementary color. This is a phenomenon called color constancy. Now, imagine a surgeon performing a lengthy procedure, constantly looking at the reds and pinks of the human body. Over time, the eyes will start to adjust and perceive these colors less vividly. This is where the color of scrubs comes into play. Green and blue are opposite red on the color wheel, meaning they are complementary colors. When a surgeon looks up from the procedure and views their green or blue scrubs, it creates a visual rest for the eyes. The contrast allows the reds and pinks of the body to appear more distinct and less monotonous, reducing the risk of errors caused by color fatigue. Furthermore, studies have shown that these colors can enhance depth perception and brightness contrast. This makes it easier to see fine details and subtle changes in tissue color, which can be crucial during intricate procedures. But it's not just about the eyes. The choice of green and blue can have psychological benefits too. These colors are often associated with calmness and serenity, potentially promoting a relaxed and focused environment. So it's not just about practicality or tradition. The choice of green and blue for medical scrubs is grounded in the science of human perception and the needs of medical professionals. It's a clever use of color theory to support the demanding and critical work that they do. So, next time you see a medical professional in green or blue scrubs, you'll know there's more to it than just a color preference.